What a ridiculously beautiful country. Hello everybody. It's been a while. I've been very busy and didn't really get a chance to make too many videos lately. I arrived in Sri Lanka at like 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm here for 2 days. I'm just sitting out here on this balcony and having a cup of coffee, and it just reminded me of a couple of things. This is an age of information. Information's everywhere, right? People get to share a lot of their thoughts. I'm doing that right now. There are some videos that are really nice, but there are also subtle messages inside those videos that don't really provide a balanced perspective. And I think it's really, really important that we're very careful about the kind of information that we consume. I recently came across a video, a mini drama scenario. There's a CEO and he's sitting at home with his wife and his daughter. They're waiting for this guy to join them for dinner, and this guy is his daughter's boyfriend. And this is the first time that the parents are meeting this guy. So he's late, and the dad, this big time CEO guy, he's upset that he's late, right? And his daughter says,
I'm sure he'll be here soon, Dad. He had to work a double shift today.
That's nice, honey. He seems like a hard worker.
What kind of first impression is this?
if you were meeting your girlfriend's parents for the first time, would you show up late? Like if you had a double shift or you had some kind of work engagement, either you postpone dinner or you let them know that you're going to be arriving at a certain time. You don't show up late for dinner for the first time that you're meeting your girlfriend's parents, possibly your future father-in-law, and you don't expect him to be understanding of that. You know what I mean? Like, who does that? Secondly, the guy shows up in overalls, in dirty janitor clothes, and the dad says,
You came to our house dressed like that?
and the guy's like,
I'm so sorry. I came as soon as my shift was over. I didn't even have time to change.
and the daughter says,
Don't worry, you look great.
We're just happy you're here.
really? Like, you didn't have 2 minutes to change? You could have taken a little bag with you with some clothes and just a shirt and some jeans at least? This is his first impression that he's making. He shows up in dirty overalls for dinner. Dad's upset about it. And somehow this video makes it look like the dad's wrong for that. But I think he's completely justified in being upset about it. Later on, as he has a conversation, he goes, Dad's already not impressed, right? He's already upset. This guy says, you know,
I hope to be a businessman like you one day.
and the dad's probably thinking, if this is the attitude that you have, if this is the path that you're taking, how in the world are you gonna reach being the owner of a company? I mean, this guy obviously wanted to be an entrepreneur, but there's nothing about this video that encourages it. All it shows is he's working really hard as a janitor. Work hard at becoming an entrepreneur. Part of being a businessman is networking, is making good impressions, is looking the part out of respect for others and respect for yourself, so that you demand that respect. You don't just show up in janitor overalls late for a dinner meeting and then say, well,
But I hope to own my own company one day.
no you ain't. Not like that. He should have showed up early. He should have dressed better. And he should have made a really, really good impression on this girl's dad. You know why? This girl's dad already owns a big company and is running it. If he made a good impression, he may have had a chance to even work for this guy. If not, at least to connect him with other people that he may have a chance of working with. The dad straight out says,
My daughter cannot be dating a janitor. I'm sorry, Chris.
and the daughter's very upset. The guy says,
You deserve better.
he gets up and walks away. Daughter runs after him saying,
See what you've done?
and the mom's like,
How can you do that to Chris? When I first met you, you were also a janitor.
etc., etc. And the dad comes to his senses,
Thank you for reminding me how I started.
puts on his old overalls and dresses up like a janitor and goes to have a heart-to-heart with this guy. Okay, it's very unrealistic and it's not really applicable in real life. What the message was trying to show, I think, was that this dad, he became really successful and forgot his past, and his wife had to remind him of his past. All human beings should be treated with equal respect. Absolutely. But that doesn't mean you should be okay with your daughter's boyfriend, who happens to be a janitor. This video makes it look like it's just because he's a janitor. This dad's probably sitting there, he's counting, okay, that's strike one, that's strike two. He's got a whole list of other stuff that he can count along the way. It's not just because he's a CEO, he's arrogant, he's a jerk, and so he looks down upon people, including janitors. Why is the CEO character such a jerk every single time? It's the rich man, a blind man teaches a rich man a lesson, or the homeless man who taught the businessman a lesson, or big CEO forgets where he came from, his wife had to teach him a lesson. You know, it's always that kind of stuff, over and over and over and over again. That's really what it portrays, and that's absolutely not true. I know a lot of CEOs, and let me tell you something, a lot of them came from the bottom up, from zero, including my father. These are some of the most caring, most empathetic, most understanding people you will ever meet, and always looking for new ways to contribute. I mean, it's absolutely incredible, the level of respect they show for everybody. So these videos, while they're trying to break stereotypes for people at the bottom, are creating stereotypes for people at the top. And by bottom and top, I'm talking just about the corporate structure, right? Financially, top, bottom. It's really irresponsible, because by trying to promote one idea, if you're promoting 3 more in a subtle way that you don't probably even realize, because if the people making these videos realizes, they probably change it, or maybe they don't. Maybe that's the idea they want to promote. I don't know. The gentleman making this, I'm sure he has good intentions, but he's just not portrayed that accurately. And if he ever gets to watch this video, I hope he takes that into consideration. If you see the comments on these things, you know, people, oh, it's so inspirational, oh, I love it, oh, it made me cry, oh, it made me this, or it made me that. And you know, that's scary, because obviously this is not a balanced view. So always play the devil's advocate. Always look at the other side, the flip side of the coin. The value that we all hope to add to the people in our lives and to this world before we leave it someday. All of that depends on what you put in. Make sure you're putting in the right things.